Mic check 1 2 1 2. Ooh, ooh. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I think that's good. Hello and welcome to another Sassy Plant video. It's your girl Jasmine, aka Sassy Plants. I'm about to just start posting stuff. Okay, so today we're gonna do a repot of my Begonia Bamboo. So here's what she looks like. She's right here looking all cute. When I got her, she was like down here. And then obviously she has grown so much. I can't even keep up, honestly. And she's like constantly putting out new growth along the stem. And it's just cool. So she got little polka dots on her. She doesn't ask for much, but she also has like a really small pot. Begonias have really thin roots, and so they do like to be saturated. Let me put her down up here. She's so top heavy. This is the pot. You've probably seen these at Walmart. I love these. I actually had another plant in this pot before, so I washed it real good. And then I soaked it in water. It is important to soak them in water before you put your dry soil in it. You soak them in water because there's a lot of air pockets in here. And it actually gives faster access to the water that you're going to put in the reservoir. It gives faster access because it's already submerged and it's not trying to soak up extra water with trying to soak up or trying to keep the clay moist, if that makes any sense. Don't judge me. But anyways, I did soak it in water. She is drying up though, but the air, when you fill one of these up, I almost recorded it, but I didn't think it was going to be that interesting. But when you fill one of these up and it's completely dry, the water will start to like push out like air bubbles. And when it stops, that means, all the water is seeped through into the clay. So I was listening to that because it's got like a little whistling sound. It's kind of cute, but I didn't record it. But anyways, this is the pot that we're going to put her in. She's pretty much the same size, honestly. So I'm just going to put a little bit of soil in the bottom, pop her out of here and put her into here. And she's just going to be so, so happy. And I'm going to be happy too because then I get to rest, okay? Because I don't like leaving my plants. But when I do, I like to know that they're taken care of properly. And depending on who I got watching them, it could go either way. It could go either way. We do not know, okay? So I'm trying to make this real easy. This is actually old soil. Haven't used it in a while. So here, take my pot, put a little layer on the bottom, not too much, because it's pretty much the same size. Squeeze the sides, get her out. Okay. I will not be disturbing the roots because I'm trying to prevent as much shock as I can. And that's how you do it. So if you can see here, these are how small and fine the roots are on at least the 3 begonias that I own. They all have roots like this. You can barely see this one, but they're very thin. Very, very thin. So, and they're like kind of hair-like, to explain it. All right, so we're just going to pop her in here. I kind of want her a little bit deeper, so I'm going to pour some dirt out. Okay. That's better. See how she got a little space? I don't like to fill pots all the way up to the brim because it makes me nervous when I water them. Because when I water them, if I put too much water on there, it'll start spilling over. And if I have like a shelf that I really like, I don't like water sitting on them. And not making a mess or making it easy for you to not make a mess just makes watering 150 something houseplants just so much easier and more enjoyable. I love taking care of my plants. So when I'm doing it, like I just like to make sure I can stay in a peaceful state. And I also don't like for things to be dirty. So that's how I do it. I Try to keep it as clean and easy as possible so I can actually maintain my peace when I'm doing it. So here she is now. Slap the side. Get a little shimmy. Okay. All right. Now, I only water the pot or the plant directly on the soil in a self-watering pot like this the first time. That's it. Or if I accidentally let it go all the way dry. But so you'll see I'm going to put a little bit of water on the top and I'm going to fill the reservoir. Okay? Just because I don't want it to take too long. Will it eventually soak up all the water from the reservoir and then get the soil? Yes. I'm just impatient. I don't want it to be weirdly in this like half dry, half wet state. I don't know if that makes sense either, but here we are. I'm trying to explain it the best way I can, or my rationale, which may or may not make sense anyway. So, anyways, but here she is. All right, so we're using Grow Queen. This is not a sponsored video. They are not paying me, but I love Grow Queen. They come in powder form, liquid form. I use the liquid formula for majority of like my watering, and I save the powder for when I'm repotting. If I'm really disturbing the roots, I'll put the powder in the soil, just to like kind of help it to prevent shock as much as I can. But that's not the case for this one because we didn't really do too much. We just gave her like a transplant, if you will, and a slight little upgrade. All right, so I made my mixture and I'm gonna pour it in here. A little ASMR for my ASMR lovers. And then hopefully we didn't overfill it. But if we did, child, please. Yeah, I overfilled it. Let me pour a little bit out. Okay. Ooh. Still a little bit too much. Okay. Definitely good now. And that's it. Cheers. Put your begonias in a self-watering pot and they will thank you. Okay? With growth. Just to give you as an example, this is my Begonia maculata who is doing so good in a self-watering pot. She was doing fine before I put her in here. But now she's doing even better. So I was letting her go dry before and her leaves were getting crispy. And that's when I was like, I think she needs to be moist more often than not. And I decided to put her in a self-watering pot. And here she is living her best life. She's in front of a pole grow light and she just loves it. She's constantly, and this is also very low maintenance. I only fill this up when it starts to get down here, which is probably every 2 weeks. And so it's low maintenance and it also makes sure she stays happy even when I'm not around or if I forget. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Do not forget, if you like this video, to like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, all the things. I am trying to grow my page and what do they call it, a Patreon? I think that's YouTube slang, but I'm trying to get there, okay? So, and then share it as well. Show it to your friends and yeah, okay. All right, thanks. Bye.